Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Jessica Ardito, and I am going to take you through a prenatal yoga practice, okay? So grab some props if you haven't already. I'm sitting on a little blankie here to lift my seat. I've got my cat, she likes all the attention. I've got a couple of blocks here, which are really great to help you get up and down and to do lunges and And for the end of the class, for the restorative pose, you might like a bolster, but if you don't have a bolster, you can use a big pillow. I've got a large, oversized pillow. I like to do restorative fish pose with that. All right, so when you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start in a comfortable seat, Sukhasana. That's why I'm sitting onto this little prop so I can lift up my hips a little higher than my legs. Ideally, you'd like your hip creases to not be sort of lifted up and circulation cut off, so that you can have blood flowing and keep your legs nice and energized, okay? All right, so we're going to start with Nadi Shodhana. We're going to use our right hand for this, and there's two ways to do this. You can actually tuck in your second and third finger, so your index finger and your middle finger, into the meat of your thumb, okay? Or you can take those same fingers and you can put them on the space between your eyebrows, right? We're going to use the thumb to open and close the right nostril. We'll use the ring finger pinky combo to open and close the left nostril, right? So you'll just do the best you can. This is safe for pregnancy, so you're not holding your breath. You're just basically trying to bring air into both sides of the body, the left and right hemispheres, and it brings some balance to how you feel today. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it. Let's take a deep breath through our nose. And then open your mouth, let that breath go. Let's do that one more time. Big inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, choose where you want to put your your first, second, and third finger. Close your left nostril, inhale through your right nostril. Close your right nostril, open your left nostril, exhale. Inhale through your left nostril. Close your left nostril, open your right, exhale. Inhale through your right nostril. Close the right, open the left, exhale. Inhale, left nostril. Close left, open right, exhale. Inhale, right nostril. Close it, open your left, exhale. Inhale, left. Close it, open your right, exhale. Inhale, right. Close it, open left, exhale. And release your right hand down. You can rest the back of your right hand into your left hand. And then just take a moment to breathe normally, breathe naturally. And just pause and feel if anything might have changed inside of you from a little conscious breathing. And then let's bring our hands to our heart in Anjali Mudra. And this is a gesture of holding your heart and your hands in front of your heart. If it's okay with you, I want you to just take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. Hold something between your hands, honor that intention, and dedicate this work you're about to do to whatever that intention is. And then take an additional moment here and just offer yourself a bit of gratitude. Really thank yourself. Give yourself a little smile. Maybe even feel your heart smile for a moment. And really just thank yourself for being here, for showing up to your practice, for honoring yourself, which honors you and baby and everyone around you. Let's bring our thumbs to the space between our eyebrows. Give a little bow forward. Offering gratitude. And let's release the hands. We'll lift the chin, lift the heart, and open your eyes. All right, I hope that felt good, you guys. So we're going to inhale, take your arms out to the side, up over your head, reaching up. As we exhale, I'll mirror you side bend over to your left. So bring your left hand down either to a ground or maybe even to a block if you need. You can gaze up if that feels good. And switch, coming up as you inhale. Side bending to your right. Inhale, come up. One more time each side. And then inhale, come up. Exhale your hands to your heart. All right, inhale your arms forward in front of you. As you exhale, interlace your fingers and push your palms away from you. Take your arms up over your head, pressing your palms towards the ceiling, especially your index fingers towards the ceiling. And breathe. One more big inhale. As you exhale, drop your elbows down like cactus arms. You're going to inhale to lift your heart. Let your elbows come back just slightly. And as you exhale, forearms, palms come to touch. You can drop your chin towards your chest. And again, inhaling to open. Exhaling to close. 2 more. Open. And close. 1 more time. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale your hands, your arms forward. Exhale, interlace, but then switch to interlacing, so it's the funky opposite feeling one. Push the palms away. Inhale your arms up over your head. Index fingers pressing towards the sky. Good. Now inhale to bring your arms forward in front of you, and then as you exhale, drop your chin. Let the back of your heart press away from you, and just take 2 deep breaths here into the back of your heart. Oops, I should turn that off. Always a scam call. Scam likely. All right, inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, so now let's come forward and find a hands and knees position. I'm going to move my prop out from underneath my seat. Okay, bring your inner knee to touch. Some of us might, here, I'll show you from the side. Some of us might need to sit onto a prop. If you can't do this, I want you to sit onto your heels. Right, we're all different. You might need to sit onto a block, or you might need to take that bolster and sit on it too. That's totally fine. Whatever you gotta do, okay? You can also just sit in a comfortable cross-legged seat. If none of that works for you, feel free to pause the video and make sure that you feel cozy, okay? We're gonna lean back, hands behind us. Fingers either turned out or pointing forward. We're gonna lift the heart. A little prenatal back bend. Just take one more big full breath. And exhale. Press off your hands. You're going to sit up as you inhale. And now let's come back to the all fours. But this time we're going to bring our forearms down to the ground. Actually, I'm going to show you my side view again. I have a tendency to collapse. So I'm just going to look at myself. I recommend you do the same. Try to push the back of your heart up a little bit so you're nice and strong in your back, not sort of collapsing in your core, okay? Keep your left forearm down, take your right arm up as you inhale. And exhale, bring it back down. Left arm up. Exhale it down. One more on each side. Inhale through your nose, heart forward. Stick out your tongue, exhale. All right. So you can stay onto your forearms. You can also come onto in all fours. Just choose what feels the best for you. Either one is fine. If your wrists are feeling weird but forearms are not feeling good, you can also either put your forearms on a bolster or maybe onto your blocks. Okay, so feel free to change. Make sure you're feeling comfortable. And again, I collapse. So I'm going to push the back of my heart up. Okay, now I'm going to reach my right leg behind me, tuck my toes, and just give a few pulses into my right heel. So hopefully you feel a nice stretch in the back of your right leg. And then we'll take the right leg up behind us. I'm going to bend the knee, and then I'm going to open the hip to the side. And to where we're going to do both sides, one after the other. So if you did the other leg, because I'm not mirroring you anymore, it's fine. Woo, keep pushing that back of the heart so you're not collapsing. Take one more deep full breath. And release, exhale. Left leg steps back, few pulses, toes are tucked. Keep pressing the back of the heart towards the sky, nice and strong in the core, best you can. Left leg comes up, exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Good, inhale to release, and then exhale, go into a child's pose. So knees are wide, big toes touch, hips to heels. You might lay on a bolster. You might put your head on a block. But find a child's pose that feels comfy for you. All right, move any props you got to the side. We're going to come into a bent knee, wide leg, downward dog. Okay. Feel free to rock your hips, or feel free to add any movement at any time that feels good for your body. Ooh-wee. Now, some people say you shouldn't do down dog up your past 36 weeks. I'm almost 39 weeks, and I don't know. It just depends on who you train with. Everybody says something different. I don't think there's any harm to the baby. But if you're trying to get the baby out, like get it to come down, it might be the other direction. I'm just not so concerned with it, to be honest. All right, so let's come back down to hands and knees for a moment. So I'm gonna use my blocks to stand up because this is like just feels better in my body. So I take my blocks, medium setting, come back to like a bent knee dog. I can start to walk my feet forward. You can even do a high setting, feel free. Half lift and prenatal is like hands on blocks looking forward. You still get a nice stretch in the back of your legs. Okay. And then you're still gazing forward, but you bend your elbows a bit for your forward fold. Right? Woo! There's my forward fold, prenatal style. Yeah, sure is. All right. So I'm gonna bend my knees more. I'm gonna take my elbows to my knees because that feels good. And I'm gonna slowly come to stand up. Right? I'm gonna move my blocks to the top of the mat because I'm gonna use those. Well, my mat's the carpet today. Right? Come to Tadasana, arms by side. Just take a moment. Pause, feel. So let's do a standing balancing posture. Still good for you to find some balance while you're pregnant. Now, don't want you to fall over. It's the most important thing. So you can use the wall. Okay, if you don't need the wall, it's fine. But feel free to use the wall. Use a dresser, use something, a table. Okay, bring your weight into your right foot. I'm going to mirror you. Take your left foot to the ball of the foot. Turn your left knee out to the left. Right, this could be your tree. Wee-ha! Okay, you're welcome to stand here and lift in your heart. Feels good. Okay, if you like wall or not, your choice. You're going to bring the left foot up towards your inner right thigh. Press one to the other. Notice how your balance is not the same when you're pregnant. It's harder. There's a lot of weight up here. Okay, so feel free to keep your hand on the wall. Again, most important thing is that you don't fall. Okay, you don't want to hurt baby. And hands to come to heart. You can reach your arms up overhead, lift your heart. I recommend you use your eyesight. Find somewhere to stare at. It's called your drishti, your focal point. It's going to help you to balance. Okay. Hands to heart, hips, maybe the wall. Release your left foot down. Turn your right foot over. Give it a little counter stretch. So tops of the right toes onto the ground. Right, and then I'm going to take my feet wide. I'm going to inhale, reach up. And bow forward onto the hands on blocks, if you're like me or not. And then pregnant lady, forward fold, bend your elbows, bow forward, but gaze forward. Step your feet back, knees to the ground. Take a brief child's pose. Catch your breath. Right. Hands on blocks, come to all fours. Bring the blocks like to the sort of inside. You're going to step, I'll mirror you again, your left foot forward. You're going to lunge. Adjust the blocks as needed. You want to feel your right quad stretching. Keep your heart high. You might be able to do some fingertips. I find it's quite challenging. You do want to take your foot in the front extra wide, okay? Especially if you're like super preggers like I am. Baby needs some space, right? So take some space. You can even open the leg if that feels good, but lift the heart. And feel for a stretch. Make sure you're breathing. If your face is all squinched up like you're stressed, try to relax it best you can. I like to press the back foot down and engage that leg and pull the front heel backward. Take one more breath. Right, use your blocks into your hands. Take that left foot back. Kind of like a bent knee down dog, but just to transition. Okay. Walk the feet forward. Pregnant person half lift. Bend your elbows. Gaze down. It's a pregnant person forward fold. Slowly coming up. And hands come to the heart. And arms by side. And just pause and feel for a moment. Right. Bring the weight into your left foot. Option to use a wall. Right foot ball of the foot. You can do a tree like so. All kinds of trees in the world. Okay. Or right foot comes up, towards inner left thigh, pushing one to the other. Maybe hand on wall. You could turn around to get there. Maybe arms come up. Again, most important that you don't fall. Maybe gaze up if you can. Find somewhere to focus your attention. So we get out of our head, into our body. It's one of the best parts about balancing poses. Forces you to concentrate, to be here in this present moment. Hands to heart. Release right foot down. Left foot turns over. A little counter stretch. I would recommend you guys make some sound. You may go, ooh, or ah, maybe a ha. Okay, see what wants to come out. Let it come out. All right, release that left foot down, reaching up. Wider legs, bent knees. Bow forward, exhale. Hands can come onto those blocks. Knees to the ground. Brief rest in child's pose. Hands to the blocks. Taking your right foot forward, so I'm mirroring you again. Wider stance. Find your lunge. Lift the heart. Press the top of the back foot down. Pull the front heel backward. Try to really engage those legs. But also try to relax your face and just feel your body. What feels good here? Can you breathe into something that feels good? Sometimes we seek out like, oh, that doesn't feel good, or that doesn't feel good, or that doesn't feel good, or, you know, they could be thoughts, could be feelings, sensations. But maybe we can just think for a moment, what does feel good? Maybe we can concentrate our attention there for a couple breaths at least. Inhale to release, step it back. One more time, kind of like a downward dog transition. If that's okay with you, if not, just sort of walk forward. Hands on blocks, whatever setting feels good for you. A little prenatal half lift, and then prenatal forward fold. Hopefully it feels good. Right, bend the knees, slowly coming up. Hands to heart, arms by your side, pause and feel. Let's take a deep inhale through our nose. Open your mouth, let a sound out. One more time. All right, hands to hips. One more standing sort of balancing pose. We're gonna put the weight into our right foot, so I'll mirror you. Take your left foot behind you and then over to the right. Okay, so it's like a cross step behind. Reach your arms up. This might be plenty for you right here, okay? If it's too intense, come out a little bit. Make sure you feel safe in your belly. If you can't, give a little side bend over to your right. You might grab your left wrist with your right hand. You might gaze up. That's a little too deep for me, so I'm going to come out a little bit. One more big breath. Right, release the hands to the hips. Step that back left foot forward. So again, I'm mirroring you. And now I want you to step your left foot back into a warrior one. Okay, so back heel to the ground. Your back thigh is pressing back. You're going to just find a lunge where you feel stable, but there's like a stretch happening and some energy rooting down to the ground. When you're ready, reach your arms up, lift your heart up. Imagine you're shooting stars or firecrackers out of your fingertips. One more big breath. And then warrior two as you exhale. So open it up, adjust your stance as needed. Your right heels to your left arch alignment. Soften your shoulders, gaze down your right fingertips. Push down through your feet. Find some energy in your legs. Flip your right palm, reverse this warrior to the right arm up over your head. Stretch your right leg straight. You might shorten your stance here. Come to triangle. Reach forward. I gotta reach a little more forward for my block. If you don't have a block, you can go hand to shin. Might be a little slippery. You can even do hand to thigh. Okay? Hand to block's always good. Left hand to your left hip. Turn your heart open. Option to keep hand to hip. Maybe reach your hand up. And hopefully it feels good. I love this pose. It feels fantastic to me. All right. So maybe hand comes back to hip. You might even put your left hand on your other block if you got it, but you're going to go real slowly into a balanced pose, okay? You can also put left hand on the ground. Take the block in your right hand a little more forward. Lift your left leg up. It's half moon pose. If you need to keep your left hand down, that's totally fine, okay? You can gaze down to start. Again, it's more important that you don't fall. You might even like have your back knee bent. You might even keep your back foot on the ground and just think about lifting your leg. That's fine too, okay? But if you've got some balance, again, use your drishti, your vision. You can reach your left arm up. You might eventually look up, but I'm not going to. But you can do what feels good. Just make sure you take care of baby. One more breath. All right, release that top hand down. Step the foot back. Walk your hands over to the center. Turn your feet in so you're on your wide-legged stance here. Come to a half lift. Bend your elbows a little bit. Prenatal forward fold. Just searching for nice stretch in the backs of the hamstrings. Hands a little more forward, maybe onto blocks. Heels come in. Goddess pose, slowly come up. Toes are out, knees are out. Cactus arms. Sit a little deeper, find some strength in that groin area, in that pelvic region. Mula bandhas engage, squeeze the corners of your pelvis together, lift them up. Straighten your legs, reach your fingers to the sky. Lift your heart. Hands to heart, slowly step your back left foot forward. Release your arms. Pause and feel. Second side, hands to hip. Bend the knee, weight in the left foot. Set the right foot behind the left leg to the left. Might stay here, might even come out a little bit. Arms might come up. Maybe grab the right wrist with the left palm. Give a side bend to your left. Come up, inhale, hands to the heart, to the hips. Step the right foot back, find the warrior one. Warrior two, exhale, adjust your stance. Energy down through the feet and out through the fingertips. Flip the left palm reverse. Left leg straight, maybe shortening the stance. Triangle pose, hand to the shin or to the block. Turn the heart open. Right hand to right hip, press down to the feet, push the right thigh back. Gaze up, maybe right arm comes up. Hand to hip, look down, bend the left knee, walk more forward, half moon. And again, you might just keep your foot on the ground, okay? Especially if you're newer to yoga and balance is like pretty challenging for you. It's harder when you're pregnant. Okay, so foot can stay to the ground or reach it up. Use your vision, it's gonna help you. Hand can stay to hip as you roll the heart open. You might reach the top arm to the sky. Top hand down, step it back, walk it over to the wide-legged stance. So turn the feet, toes are slightly in, legs are wide. Half lift, bend your elbows a little bit, maybe walk the hands back a little bit, and feel for a nice stretch in the backs of your legs. Walk your hands forward, kick your heels in. Use blocks if you need to come up. Goddess pose. Maybe sit deeper if you can. If you're winded, you need to rest, you can absolutely straighten your legs, okay? Don't let yourself be out of breath. If you're here in Goddess, find Mula Bandha. Hug your pelvic points together. Engage the Mula Bandha. Find some strength, some tone there. Inhale, straighten legs, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Turn forward, step forward. Release. Pause and feel. Deep inhale through the nose. Sigh out the mouth. Reach your arms up, inhale. Separate your feet as wide as you need, bend the knees, forward fold. Exhale. Prenatal forward fold. Half lift. Step feet back, knees to the ground. Move your blocks to the side. Find a seat. Sit down. And let's just do a couple more leg stretches before we go to our final resting posture, okay? Option to sit up onto a blanket. Keep your spine nice and tall. We're going to take our left leg. I'll mirror you out to the side. We're going to turn towards that left leg. Hands go down, heart lifts up. You might stay here. Okay. You might walk your hands more forward and start to lean and fold over your left leg. If you're feeling a lot of pressure behind the knee, you can bend the knee a little bit and draw the heel back. You can even put a prop or something under your left knee. Point is, don't overstretch the back of your left knee. Work your hands back, sit up. You're going to turn so the inside of your left foot comes down, and you're going to reach up. Take one more breath. Exhale, put your left seat back down. Lean back so you can take your right foot out and put it on the floor. Press the back of your right arm to your inner right leg, and now you're going to twist open to your left. And inhale to release. Second side as we exhale. Left heel in, right leg out. Turn towards left leg, hands down, heart lifts up. Lean forward, start to fold over your right shin. Hands walk back. So to turn to your left, the inside of your right foot comes down. Arms reach up. One more breath. Release. Lean to your outer right hip. Put your left foot on the ground nice and wide. Back of left arm, inner left leg. You're going to turn to your right and twist. Right. And then inhale to untwist, and as you exhale, we'll get ready for our final pose, our resting pose. So a couple things. It's suggested to lay on your left side if you're going to do the side lying pose. So you could use a prop, like you could put a pillow under your head, lay on your left side, kind of like you would in bed. Okay, but maybe you like something different. And if you got the props, highly recommend this next one. Make it so it's Restorative Fish. You make a T shape with your blocks. So I got one on high, one on medium. You prop on top. Make sure your blocks aren't leaning so they don't fall. You sacrum to the bottom of your prop. Lean back, heads on block. Relax your shoulders down. Now you could go in Baddha Konasana, make sure it feels, sort of the soles of the feet together. Make sure it feels okay in your inner leg. Might feel okay after doing all these poses, but you're welcome to just do a simple cross-legged also. So find a place, a posture that feels really good, really relaxing for you. And then do your best to try to sort of soften your body. We might have a tendency to sort of clench or hold our body in certain ways. See if you can let your hands rest open. See if you can let the weight of your body be heavy on the floor. Try to relax your jaw muscles. Relax your forehead. And if you're like me and you hold tension in your belly, you might try to just soften and relax your belly, relax your organs, give them permission to rest. Now, if you've got the time and you need the rest, and this is feeling good for you, please stay here as long as you would like. Otherwise, we'll start to wiggle our fingers and our toes. You can reach the arms overhead, give yourself a little stretch. Turn to a side, slowly bring the hands down, slowly come up to a seat. Take as much time as you need. And we'll bring our hands to our heart. And one more time, we'll just take a moment to honor our intention for practicing yoga today. Holding it in between your hands, in front of your heart, and honoring it. And then for today's practice, I want to end with a simple mantra. It's Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om is the vibrational sound of all, of everything. And Shanti, the Sanskrit word for peace. Sort of like a short Shanti, a little bit longer Shanti, ends in a longer Shanti. Okay? So deep breath through your nose. Open your mouth, let it go. Bottom of our inhale, we'll Om Shanti 3 times. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thumbs to the third eye, bowing forward, offering gratitude. Gratitude to be able to be here, practicing yoga together, and for so much more. And then releasing our hands, lifting the heart, and opening the eyes. Right? So if you guys like my classes, I plan to be starting to teach again online, and also with some retreats in 2022 this year. So when baby comes out, get ready, because I'm ready to teach some yoga. And I feel really blessed that I get to do this, to teach this practice. So if you do like my classes, you can follow me on my website. It is called flowwithwaters.com. I'm now in Ardito. I got married and my last name has changed, but my website is still the same. It's flowwithwaters.com. And I have some links there to my social media pages where you can also follow me. And I'd love to keep in contact with you and to practice yoga with you. Right? So good luck to all you moms, and happy, safe birthing. All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you.